We've been blessed with another stellar semifinal matchup on the WTA 1000 stage as Iga Swiatek takes on Coco Gauff for a spot in the Rome final, with the winner facing the victor of the big bait battle between Aryna Sabalenka and Danielle. Both Iga and Aryna hold decisive head-to-heads over their semifinal opponents and will be the favorites to give us an encore of their epic final from Madrid. But can Coco and Danielle topple the top two seeds and give us our first All-American Italian Open final since 2016? Hi, I'm Christian Bastine and welcome to Christian's Court, where I cover tennis from all angles. Starting off with our first women's singles semifinal between Iga Swiatek and Coco Gauff. This will be their 11th meeting, with Iga winning 9 out of their 10 previous affairs. This will be Coco's 6th semifinal at the 1000 level, and she will be looking for her second win at this stage. Her first was her lone victory over Iga at last year's Cincinnati semis, which she won in 3 sets. Swiatek has beaten Gauff twice since then, in the Beijing semifinals and the WTA finals round-robin stage, both in straight sets. The pair have played 3 times on clay, twice at Roland Garros and once here in Rome in the 2021 semifinals. Iga won all of these matches in straight sets as well. Now, looking at Iga's road to the semifinals, she has yet to drop a set this tournament, and she was pushed the most in her 3rd and 4th round matches against Yulia Putintseva and Angelique Kerber. Both of these women had slight openings to grab a set, but Iga, just being the clutch player she is, shut them down. Iga was locked in for her quarterfinal match against Madison Keys as she handed the American another 6-1, 6-3 defeat. Swiatek admitted herself that this was her best match in Rome thus far, and I agree. She was firing on all cylinders and was once again clutch against Keys, saving all 10 break points that she faced. Coco, meanwhile, has dropped a couple of sets in Rome, first as she got bageled by Jacqueline Christian in the 3rd round, before coming back from a set down to down Paula Badosa in the 4th round. The 3rd seed claimed her first top 10 win of the season in the quarterfinals when she defeated Qinwen Zhang. The serve has been a big topic of discussion for Gauff, as she has been pretty double fault prone, to be honest, especially in the tight moments. The first serve percentage has also been a bit of an issue, not a bit of an issue, a big issue, but anyway, she did a much better job of controlling the double faults and landing more first serves in that second set against Zhang, which is why she was dominant in that second set, winning it 6-1. I don't anticipate the Gauff forehand being as much of a liability in this match against Iga as in matches prior, but the serve, I think, will be the single most important shot for Gauff. Iga is top 2 best returner on tour, and I think that she will give Gauff a different type of pressure than what she's faced thus far this event. Coco needs to find the happy medium of making enough first serves in play while also being able to snag a couple of easy points over the pole like she did in their Cincinnati match, which is strong, fast serves, and also sometimes placing them well. This match thus will be a major test for Coco serves-wise, and if she serves like how she did against Zhang in that second set, I think that she definitely has a shot at least making this competitive. The other key component for Coco will be her return of serve. Iga has been slowly but surely making strides on her serve, which might make it a bit harder for Gauff to break. I think Gauff will need to think outside of the box here and go for more on her return, especially whenever she gets second serve looks. I also think the American must continue to maintain good depth on both her return and just overall ground strokes to prevent Swiatek from going at the offensive. And then on the flip side, I think it's important that Iga be willing to step up and take the ball on the rise, because I anticipate Coco once again employing a strategy of using her forehand to go high and heavy to the backhand of Swiatek. I think Swiatek moving up and taking a few of those backhands up the line will bode well for her. I will be going with Iga to take this match in straight sets, but I do see it being a competitive straight sets affair, probably like a 6-4, 6-4. I think Coco gave good signs towards the end of her match against Qinwen, and I think her ground game still is much better, much more solid. The serve, though, while it is a concern still, it looked better too in the latter stages of that quarterfinal match. However, Coco has yet to face a returner like Iga, and I fear the Polish woman might eat Coco's serve alive, and I think it will be hard for Coco to maintain good, consistent serving for 2-3 sets against Iga, who will look to, take advantage of, increased second serve looks. So it's important that Coco still try to, I think, maintain a decent first serve percentage. I think that would be the difference maker in this match, the serve. Our second semifinal is between, of course, Aryna Sabalenka and Danielle, who will meet for the 6th time. Aryna has never lost to Danielle and actually ended the Americans' 15-match win streak in Madrid a couple weeks back, coming from a set down to take it in 3. It was a similar story in their US Open encounter in 2022, where they also met in the 4th round, and there, Aryna weathered the storm and her experience prevailed in the end. The Belarusian Sabalenka has spent considerably more time on court compared to Collins. Sabalenka's struggle started in the opening round, which she had to overcome illness and a solid performance from Katie Volley-Nets to move through in 3. After dispatching of Diana Yastremska in round 3, Sabalenka staved off 3 match points to eliminate Aryna Svitolina. In the quarters, Big Lenka had her most straightforward performance thus far this tournament, beating Elena Ostapenko in 72 minutes. We've seen an interesting new tactic too from the world number 2, and that's her frequent use of the slice and the drop shot. I think that's an excellent play, honestly. I have to give her team her 10s because, Sabalenka has such great power and great depth on her shots and great weight, and she's able to push opponents deep behind the baseline and take advantage of their deep court positioning, ultimately with the drop shot. And it's also really a good change of pace. Instead of going pound, pound, pound with them with her ground stroke, she's able to kind of mix it up and give them a different look and keep them on their toes. Sabalenka has been dealing though with a slight back/hip problem in her last few matches, and that's something to definitely look out for in the semifinal, and it's perhaps why she's been hitting more drop shots to shorten the points. Aryna was also very efficient on her serve against Ostapenko, and she did not allow the Latvian a single break chance. She was also clean from the ground, hitting 12 winners to 11 unforced errors in her quarterfinal win. On the flip side, it's been a very straightforward tournament from Danielle Collins. Anna Blinkova, her first round opponent, retired after losing the first set, and then she got a dominant straight sets win. Collins did over Caroline Garcia, and she also beat Aryna Camelia Begu and Victoria Azarenka in 2. Danielle really picked up right where she left off after her streak ended, and she honestly has looked better than how she did in Madrid. She had a little bit of a slow start in her quarterfinal against Victoria Azarenka going down the quick break, but she was able to find her rhythm and really overpowered Azarenka in many of the baseline exchanges. Looking back at that Sabalenka Collins match from a few weeks ago in Madrid, really Danielle should have won in the straight sets. She had all the momentum behind her, and I believe she was a point away from ultimately serving from the match. However, I think that she got tight, Collins did, when it came time to close, and it could be from facing Aryna, who she's known she's never beaten, and it honestly was a similar story in the US Open match too, where she pretty much should have won that match as well. When you face someone you've never beaten before, it can be a lot, to get over that big hurdle and get the monkey off your back. I think here in this match, it will be important for Collins to try to take this one in straight sets, because I do think Aryna is the better 3-set player. Both players here have interesting edges in this matchup. Sabalenka's added variety, I think, would be a big asset here, because it changes the pace of shot for Danielle and it gets Collins moving forward where she's not as comfortable compared to behind the baseline. I think Collins should honestly employ the drop shot as well to test out Aryna's fitness, in that lower back injury. Collins also needs to make sure that she maintains, the upper hand and does not get drop shotted herself, because while her forward movement has improved over the years, it still is not the best, and I could foresee Aryna getting a few, winners, drop shot winners against her. I think this one will go 3 sets, and I will once again go with Aryna to take it and make the final. I think Danielle has a very good shot here at taking down the Belarusian finally, as she would presumably be the fitter of the two coming into this one. However, I think that Sabalenka will come out with a better game plan, and I foresee her once again being able to ride out the ship and come up with the goods whenever her back is against the wall and at the right time to seal the win. Let me know in the comments if you agree with me in having another Sabalenka final, or will Danielle or Coco or both spoil the party? Make sure y'all subscribe to and click the notification bell so you're notified whenever I post my women's final preview. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see y'all next time here on Christian's Court.